Welcome to the Doomer Report. Today, we get to watch a murderer go free.
17-year-old Carmelo Anthony, who was charged with first-degree murder in the fatal stabbing of a teen at a track meet earlier this month, is out on bond. A judge today reducing the teen's $1 million bond to $250,000 at the request of the defense.
I feel it's fair. Bond, as the judge said.
What the hell? Obviously, this is one of those cases where if you have enough money, you can do whatever the hell you want. But what? Like, it's a clear case of, like, probably corruption. Maybe some other stuff going on. But if you kill somebody, you should go to jail for life. That should be, like, the chair. Straight up.
Is not supposed to be an instrument of oppression. It's not supposed to keep people in jail. It's not supposed to punish.
Anthony's father testifying that his son.
Hold on.
It's not supposed to keep people, the judge said, is not supposed to be an instrument of oppression. It's not.
Wait, what
supposed to-
is?
I feel it's fair. Bond, as the judge said, is not supposed to be an instrument of oppression.
The bond, huh? This guy had a $1 million bond for a reason. And somebody whispered in this judge's ear and was like, hey, it'd be really cool if you dropped that down to, the price of an affordable house.
It's not supposed to keep people in jail. It's not supposed to punish.
Anthony's father testifying that his son does not have a passport and that he would be surrounded by friends and family who would keep him accountable ahead of the trial.
The judge has made her call.
What the hell? This just sounds insane. There's been all kinds of crazy stuff happening in America, and it's just gradually been going down into depravity and insaneness. So hopefully Trump can save us. But that just sounds insane. So you're saying that you released a murderer and you have him hanging out around his friends and family. They're going to keep him honest. They're going to keep him in line. You released a murderer, and then this is the same thing as releasing like a gang member and then giving him back to his gang and saying it's all good now. They'll have him go on the straight and narrow. Are you like, what?
And we look forward to continuing the process and looking forward to reviewing all the facts of the case.
The facts were he stabbed a guy, killed him, and now you're letting him walk around.
Bond comes amidst rising tensions in the community after the stabbing during a high school track meet on April 2nd that led to the death of Austin Metcalf.
End result, he stabbed my son in the heart and killed him. That's what it was over.
According to the arrest report, a witness told police Metcalf asked Anthony, who attends a different high school, to move to his own school's tent at the meet. Anthony then told Metcalf, touch me and see what happens, according to a witness. And later, Metcalf grabbed Anthony to tell him to move. Metcalf's father, Jeff Metcalf, telling our NBC station in Dallas, his son died in his twin brother's arms after he was stabbed.
I will never be the same.
Anthony telling a responding officer at the scene, I was protecting myself before being questioned, according to the arrest report.
Normally, high schoolers don't, like, you have to be in a specific kind of area for the high schoolers to, like, just beat each other up. And for you to be like, I was protecting myself. It only makes sense if you're in a really bad neighborhood. But the thing is by the way these guys are dressed, just right here, just, do you think these guys were at a school in a bad neighborhood? Obviously not. So it only makes sense that this guy just whipped out a knife. Nobody else was really prepared for, a knife to come out. But this guy just so happened to be hanging out at a school with a knife. Odd, ain't it?
his twin brother's arms after he was stabbed.
I will never be the same.
Anthony telling a responding officer at the scene, "I was protecting myself before being questioned," according to the arrest report. Later saying in the police report, "I'm not alleged, I did it," in response to the officer.
If you bring a knife to a school, a knife. If you bring a knife to a school, you're not protecting yourself. That's like premeditated murder. That's like premeditated going to kill someone. Maybe there's a specific person, but definitely someone. You don't walk around with a knife for no reason. And to walk around with a knife would either suggest that you are a violent person or that you are expecting violence to happen. But also, for you to expect violence to happen doesn't really make sense in this situation because, again, look at the way that these guys are dressed. They don't go to a school that is regularly violent. You don't dress like this if you go to a school that's regularly violent. So, definitely has to be he was holding a knife because he was just ready to do something.
Alleged suspect. Since the stabbing, tensions over race have surfaced, leading to meetings between activists and officials. Online fund for Anthony raising more than $400,000 for his defense. The nonprofit civil rights group Next Generation.
So people want to spin this as being a race thing. There's no other way he would get this much support. There's no other way anyone would donate. Because why would you donate to someone that stabbed somebody? The only reason anyone is giving money or supporting this is because they were fooled into thinking it's a race thing. Now, people have been killed throughout history over anything and everything, from stupid things to actual compelling reasons. But this is one of those times where it's something stupid.
Action Network demanding protection for Anthony's family after claims their home address was leaked online.
We have saw so many different hateful images.
Okay. Let's listen to that again.
After claims their home address was leaked online.
I wonder why.
We saw so many different hateful images. Just hateful things.
This weekend, Austin Metcalf.
Okay, but that's very vague. You could say, okay, people, hateful images. All right, can you show us the images? Can you validate that with something, some like evidence or whatever? But also, who the fuck cares? You're helping a murderer.
Who family described as a scholar, leader, and star athlete was laid to rest. Tonight, two families' lives change forever as this case moves forward.
This is a terrible tragedy for our entire, not just Frisco, but Collin County community. One family has suffered a permanent loss. It's the most unnatural thing for a parent to lose their child. It's permanent, it's profound, it's certainly premature, and it's the hardest thing that I think a human being can go through.
So, George, what else do we know about the condition of this teen's release?
Yeah, Tom, he'll be under house arrest and also have to wear an ankle monitor and check in with the bailiff every single Friday. Now, today his attorney saying this investigation is still far from over, as there's still many questions left to be answered, including why.
Well, he killed a guy, and you let him be under house arrest. He should be locked up. If you are under suspicion of murder, you should probably be held somewhere, at least jail, until that is determined to be otherwise. But if you have actually killed somebody, you should be locked up 100%. It's kind of weird. Like, crazy stuff happens with the justice system all the time because it's not really there for justice. It's there for whoever wants to do whatever with it.
The teen may have had a knife on him
in the first place.